Breakfast. Hello and a warm welcome back to the channel of nonsense. It's about 7:30 on a Monday morning, but I'm still on holiday. I'm in Trier in Germany, and today we are heading back to Calais for the end of our long weekend, riding some nice roads, seeing some mountains and some war stuff. But today we are doing part of my fun way back to Calais through Belgium and Luxembourg, but then taking une déviation to go and look at some war stuff in France that I've not been to ever, which I'm quite excited about. So we're going to get out of Trier, join the rush hour traffic. I've just eaten that Snickers with earplugs in, which was horrible, and yeah, go and entertain ourselves a little bit. There's a big Deutsche Post lorry. I once went on a tour of the Volkswagen van factory, and you could see all of these yellow transporters coming down the line. They were all for the German Postal Service. And then you saw the blue ones, which were for British Gas. It was very exciting. Only those companies are allowed to use their respective colours on the Volkswagen configurator. Anyway, stay tuned for more fascinating facts with Tim. Right, we're in Belgium on the N845. It's quite pretty. This route back, kind of weaseling away to the Semois Valley, is a bit stop-starty, but it is more interesting than just sitting on the motorway all the way back to Calais. Sunshine and Belgium. It's 9 o'clock and we've done 80 miles so far, most of which was motorway out of Germany and across Luxembourg. But yeah, this is another lovely morning wake-up call on our way through the Ardennes. I think it's the Ardennes. We've just gone through Neufchâteau and I honestly couldn't tell you where we are now. Sorry, not very good travel guide. But I think this must be the one road they remembered to tarmac properly in the whole of the country. We're not a million miles from Bastogne, I don't think. I'll do that on another trip, go and see some Easy Company foxholes that have probably been dug by the American Tourist Board. It's bathed in morning lights. All the finest things about Belgium apart from buns and chips. And, what is it? Tintin books as well, I think. Lovely corner, slightly bushy. This is the N865. If you're interested, it's actually a very nice road. The woodland creatures being woken up by the gentle sound of a Yamaha Crossplane 4. How delightful. Now I know you're probably watching this thinking, surely you have more than 2 gears on that motorcycle. I do, but second's really fun. Just feeling that bars go light on every corner exit. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is good. It's a narrow road, but it is absolutely lovely. It's a little bit Animals of Farthing Wood. Hope I don't run over hedgehog and rabbit on as they cross the road on the way to their new home. But this is the N816. Oh, there's a squirrel or something. There's a very small squirrel. Oh, look at this. I can't see anything now because the sun's in my face, but it is lovely. Here's Bouillon looking as pretty as ever. A very shiny river. It's known for its very shiny river. It's got ray tracing enabled. It's very cool. And up there, there's a bloody great castle. But apparently they do have some weird festivals here, according to some motorbike journalists who might be behind me. that celebrates penetration. So yeah. Here's a medieval bin lorry. Oh look, there's a fake elephant's leg. Somewhere in the world sells plastic replica kebab towers. Imagine that's your job. What do you do? I make plastic kebab meat things, cylinders. We're going through the tunnel. There you go, lovely bouillon. It's been nice, au revoir. Belgian waffle continues. We've just come out of bouillon, and we're on the M8-10. And it is nice, it's very twisty, lots of the corners tighten up, but there's lots of those patches where all the stones have gone from the tarmac, so you're just left with smooth tarmac, which feels a bit slippery in the shade and not particularly enticing when it's mid-corner and you're already quite leant over. But yeah, it was a very good road, and again, we're basically heading towards Chimay now, because the good roads sort of start there if you're coming into Belgium, end there if you're going out. So we're going to pop into a supermarket, buy some Belgian beer, and then get onto the motorway in France. But we're heading for Arras once we're in France, which is only an hour from Calais, so we'll do quite a bit of motorway to get there. And then there's a cemetery I want to see, and a big massive memorial which I went to years ago, and it's stuck with me. So we're going to go and see the Canadian memorial at Vimy Ridge. That's the plan once we've survived Belgian roads. Now we're in the town of Pooperhaan, or Superhans. You're gonna look? You're not gonna look. Scenery. Look at that campsite, that's quite nice. Scenery! Lovely scenery. We're in France now. I should have mentioned we're in France now, because it's in France and Belgium this route, as it follows the river. You have to remember that the French have a different speed limit on rural roads than the Belgians. It's very exciting. Right, we're back in Belgium. We're nearing Chimay. We're on the N589. I'm following Matt because he's got the bloodhound's nose for dodgy Belgian beer that makes your poo go funny colours. But this N589 is really rather nice. Very smooth, a bit swoopy. It's a little bit like the Harz Mountains, where I went back in June, because there's lots of deforestation. Naughty Belgians. Not only that, we know what you did in the Congo as well. He's pumping into his own tank with my hose. Luckily he's paid for these services, not me. I've done that for ages. Put my side stand down, bit in gear. Okay, join us about an hour from Calais. We're coming up on the town of Arras. But on this dead straight road, kind of southeast of Arras, there's loads and loads of First World War cemeteries just dotted about, memorials and things like that. But there's one up here I've never been to, and I want to go have a quick look at it for reasons that might actually not exist. We'll find out when we get there. I'm sure it'll be interesting all the same, if I don't go sailing past it. Where is it? I can see the top of it. Oh, I think I'm going to have to go into adventure mode here. That's quite gravelly. Right, you join us at the side of quite a busy road at Lévis-en-Artois British Cemetery. So this is the First World War cemetery just outside Arras. There's 2,369 people buried here, 6 of them Australian, 582 are Canadian, 1,748 are British. Let's go and have a quick look. Now, like pretty much every Commonwealth War grave, or Commonwealth War Grave Commission cemetery, is immaculately maintained. Lots of pretty roses, it's very peaceful, and just, yeah, just very, a very sombering place. Now, the reason I actually came here, so you're not going to be able to see this, I'll have to put a shot of it in, but up there, very top left corner, is someone who might be related to me. Yeah, tucked away in that top corner is Lance Sergeant Alfred Rhodey, who died in August 1918. Like most of the men here, they died in August and September 1918, right towards the end of the war. Now, I don't actually know anything about him other than he was in the Bedfordshire Regiment. I don't know if he's related to me, but there aren't many of us Rhodeys around, and I have no real direct link to the Second World War other than my paternal grandfather trained in the RAF at the end of the war in Ceylon. But yeah, it's just, yeah, seeing the family name on a memorial makes me interested and come and have a look at it. But anyway, now we're going to go to another First World War memorial, a slightly even more dramatic one than this, over at the Vimy Ridge, the Canadian memorial there. I've not been there for years. Going to wrap up this video series there on that cheery note, so I'll see you in a bit. Vimy Ridge, and you can see the shell craters still marking the land. Some of the woods are still roped off as well, and yeah, there's just a lot of remnants of the First World War here. Look at that. Bloody hell, big hole in the ground. Yes, so this 110 years old nearly, I guess, most of this, and you can still tell a big war happened here. Right, it's going to be a bit of a whistle stop tour because we're in a bit of a rush, but let's go and have a look over there. Alright, you joined me on the last stop of this particular tour. We're on Vimy Ridge, the site of a massive battle that happened, I think, in April 1917, when the Canadians, sorry for the wind, the Canadians took Vimy Ridge. Vimy Ridge is a huge area of high ground that overlooks basically Arras and all the surrounding areas, so it was important they took it, so the Germans couldn't call down artillery on them. But there's a massive memorial here to the 11,500 Canadians that went missing in the First World War. There's an incredibly moving scene. I think it's meant to be Canada's widow looking out over the ground where so much Canadian blood was spilt. About 10,500 casualties on the Canadian side taking this ridge. The monument, though, is just so impressive. It was unveiled in 1936, and the land it sits on was permanently given over to Canada by France after the First World War. But yeah, this is only about an hour from Calais, so it's well worth coming to check out. I wish I had a bit more time to spend here today. But yeah, come and have a look, because you can just still see so many remnants of the fighting that took place here. Shell craters, trenches, and still lots of woodland packed with explosives that haven't been cleared as well, that you can't go in. Well, thank you for watching this little video series on my tour to Le Vosges, Trier and back to Arras. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like, subscribe to the channel if you have, because I'll be doing more of this next year, hopefully. And yeah, get out there, ride your motorbikes, go to Europe, behave and eat some sausages, and go and explore some of our history, because it's fascinating stuff. But anyway, do appreciate it if you've watched all of this. Well done, you made it to the end. I'm going to hop on my bike and get to the Eurotunnel because I'm late. Goodbye. Nearly home. Nearly home.